Across South Carolina's Pee Dee and Grand Strand, 2025 brought both breakthroughs and lingering questions in long-standing cold cases. One of the biggest impacts came from Newsroom, a forensic genealogy company helping law enforcement solve cases that have been cold for decades. Using advanced DNA extraction and forensic-grade genome sequencing, Newsroom builds DNA profiles with hundreds of thousands of markers, allowing investigators to search genealogical databases for matches. Now, most recently, Newsroom helped identify a John Doe from 2016 after police responded to a drowning at the Ocean Creek Plantation Pool in Horry County. For nearly a decade, the victim's identity remained unknown. He has now been identified as Malquan Tyreek Hawkins. Now, Newsroom also played a key role in solving a 2006 sexual assault case in the Myrtle Beach area. Horry County police kept evidence for nearly 20 years. In September this year, that evidence led to 60-year-old Randy Barnhill, who pled guilty to rape, kidnapping, and burglary. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison, but not all cold cases solved this year relied on that new DNA technology. In Lake City, a mother found relief after years of waiting. Akeem McFadden was shot and killed on Christmas Eve in 2019. Now, this year, Lake City police arrested and charged 28-year-old David Hanna with McFadden's murder, crediting persistent investigative work for that arrest. And new charges and an unexpected release came this year in a 20-year cold case. 19-year-old Lindsay Shawn Simmons was found stabbed to death in her Lake City home back in 2004. Now, 49-year-old Tanya Burgess and her sister, 56-year-old Kim Burgess, were each charged with murder, possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, and criminal conspiracy in that death. And Mac Hanna is charged with accessory after the fact of a felony being murder and criminal conspiracy. Now, Hanna had been held in the Florence County Detention Center since December of last year, but was just released on a $50,000 bond. At this point, no date has been announced as to when that trial could begin. And another major arrest came just outside the Pee Dee region in Robeson County, North Carolina. Nearly 29 years after Margaret Lewis Bell was murdered in her home, deputies arrested Kenneth Delton Locklear, charging him with first-degree murder in the 1996 case. Now, Locklear was Bell's son-in-law at the time of her killing. Now, not every cold case came with a resolution this year. It marks the 10-year anniversary of the disappearance of Sarah Graham. Now, her van was found abandoned in a field in the Fairmont community of Robeson County back in February of 2015. Investigators say they followed hundreds of leads, interviewed dozens of people, and continued working alongside the FBI. A reward of up to $5,000 remains available for anyone with any information. And anyone with any information for any unsolved case is encouraged to contact local law enforcement or Crime Stoppers. I'm Kyra Purvis reporting.